Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Brave Fencer Musashi. In the last video, the village was on fire, and we saved it. This was after we went back into the mine and found the gondola gizmo, which thankfully didn't take that long because, well, I was able to figure it out. Now we have this rock salt, thanks to Miss Govern, and we need to use the rock salt for something. Tim and Mint mentioned a beach that was blocked by a giant slug. We've been there before, I think, and now it's time to head there. So, let's get a move on. Matter of fact, you can talk to them again, and you'll get your hint. I'm thinking about asking Tim to go to the beach. When I went there before, there was a scary boulder that looked like a slug, so I couldn't go through. I hope it isn't there anymore. Well, it's still gonna be there. So, no sense worrying about that. I'm pretty sure Tim will mention it as well. Lately, I often see two men, a short guy and a large guy. Oh, we've seen this. So, Mint mentions it, Tim not so much. And what are you going to say? Bob, my grandson. I'm so glad that you're my grandson. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Were you okay during the fire? Well, first Farmer McRice's house went up in flames, and then ours. I thought we were going to die. But my husband cared more about his dolls than he did me. Don't you think that's terrible of him? Oh, that's awful. Well, my husband ran off to make sure that the gondola didn't go up in flames. Okay, that's all they say. So, we need to head back into the forest. And I might as well go ahead and talk to some people too.
Jeez, what a lovely morning. Yeehaw!
I wonder if I've been cursed for wanting the Bambi action figure. And maybe I should go down to the mine to make sure everything's alright. I never have known Wid to stand there.
Anything new, young man?
I've never seen that before. Huh. My wheat field almost went up in flames. I almost had a heart attack. Well, anyway. What am I doing? Falling into the water in the village now. We need to head back to the village. And we need... Oh, for a minute there, I thought he was in that gap there. Okay. Let us assimilate Hop. And let's get over these vines. If this guy doesn't get in the way first. And I wonder, does this guy give me mint? He does. This'll help out a big deal as we get around here. Might as well do this. Might as well take an advantage now that we don't have to, you know, absorb Hop for a little while. And we need to go over in this direction. And mint is gone. But we are at the place where we need to use the rock salt. And the Bincho radar is kicking in.
Rock. Looks kind of slimy. Ew, gross. It looks like a disgusting slug. Slug? Hey, maybe.
Now, you're supposed to use the rock salt, obviously, but there is some additional dialogue.
They're under the rock. No way. Just thinking about it gives me the creeps. There's something fishy about this sluggish rock. It'd make a cute pet. No way. Just thinking about it gives me the creeps. There's something fishy about this
All right.
sluggish rock.
Fun time's over. Let's go ahead and use the rock salt here.
Use the rock salt.
Musashi used the rock salt.
Just as I thought, it wasn't just a boulder, but a humongous slug. An effective Binsho tights? Then maybe I'll also be...
I don't really have much of a reason to believe that would happen anytime soon, Musashi. Anyway, there's a Bincho field. Let's break it. Artisan T-Bone. Salo! Can you tell that I'm a great blacksmith? Bring your sword to the palace later and I'll make it more powerful. Remember this for later because we need to do that. Musashi... Oh, wait, we've already seen this message a million times. BP is now 335. So anyway, when we go down here, we can go past the sea here. The water, the ocean, something. And right there is another water crest. And if you use that... Really? I wasn't close enough to the center. There we go. And down here, if you make your way down either by dropping down or using the stairs, you will find another scroll. Let's go ahead and smash it open with Lumina. Preferably while standing still. And we have received the Fire Scroll. Let me go through the Wikipedia here for a minute, and hopefully I won't spend as much time describing the Book of Fire, which the Fire Scroll is based on. The Fire Book refers to fighting methods unlike the specific fighting techniques listed in the Book of Water. It goes into a broader scope in terms of hints as to assess the situation, as well as situational instructions. He notes obvious advantages of armor and preparedness before a duel or battle, as it applies to one man or a whole group of men. Also things that are covered, such as the dependence of location according to the Go-Rin no Sho. There is the age-old strategy of the high ground, ensuring that the enemy is at a disadvantage. How to forestall an enemy. learning how to exploit defenses, and other things. It's basically an accompaniment to the Book of Water. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the Fire Scroll in the game. You can throw fire and melt ice when it is active. You can also light some objects.
You are late, Musashi. You kept me waiting forever. That voice, it sounds like that loser. Kojiro? Thought so. I will never forgive you for giving me this scar. Ha! You gave yourself that scar when you tripped and fell. Shut your mouth! If you had listened to me, that would not have happened. Flipping coins to see who wins was and still is not my style, pal. So this time I came to duel with you today. Hold on. Does that mean you were waiting here all this time? Yes. Why do you ask? Then you saw me doing that flashy stuff, right? Yes, I needed to put on my sunglasses. Well, thanks to that, I'm much stronger. Oh? Oh, really? So, I think it'd be a waste of my time to duel with you now. Okay, then. I shall come back later. Huh? Hey! You tried to trick me! Haha! Guess it didn't work. Anyways, I'm kind of busy now, so catch you later, okay? Huh. You would be nicer to me if you knew about the nice present I have for you. Present? Musashi! Princess! Kojiro, you... So I guess if I agree to pulverize you, you'll free the princess, right? I did not want to play unfairly, but I had no other choice. All right then. I accept your challenge. Do not worry. My victory will only take a second of your time.
Musashi, like hurry up and clobber the snob.
Okay, okay. Still as loud-mouthed as before. Glad you're all right. Snob? What do you mean a snob? Musashi, get ready to perish. Ha! You're gonna regret this, pal. Oh, really? Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, be quiet. Let us begin.
Kojiro is not very bright, is he? Anyway, it is time to take on the boss battle here, which is against Kojiro Sasaki, also known as Ganryu Kojiro. Wait for him to attack, then move in and hit him with Lumina. Want to stay on the move, and then hit him while he's away from you. And you don't want him facing you because, well, he'll block it with his sword. He'll block your attacks. Like so. Well, actually, I wasn't even close enough to him. He does have some attacks, such as that energy wave and the swallowtail cut. He also has another one where he sends multiple smaller birds at you. But you can just run around him in a circle and he'll just keep missing.
I cannot believe that you won. How could this be? Sorry, pal. Princess, you all right?
Musashi,
Yeah, I know. You don't have to thank me. Let's go back to the palace. They're gonna be surprised.
And from here, we can run around with the princess following us. Although I do find it interesting that the last time we saw the princess, she wasn't following Kojiro around. May want to keep that in mind for later. Anyway, before I do what I'm about to do, turns out, and I didn't really know this until after having played through the game for the first time, I mentioned Kojiro's full name, Kojiro Sasaki, aka Sasaki Kojiro, aka Ganryu Kojiro. Turns out, much like Musashi, Kojiro is based on a real person. Sasaki Kojiro, also known as Ganryu Kojiro, 1585, around that time to April 13, 1612, was a Japanese swordsman who may have lived during the Azuchi Momoyama and early Edo periods, and is known primarily for the story of his duel with Miyamoto Musashi in 1612, where Kojiro was killed. Although suffering from the defeat as well as death at the hands of Musashi, he is a revered and respected warrior in Japanese history and culture. Later, Miyamoto proclaimed that Sasaki Kojiro was the strongest opponent he faced in his life. And the swallowtail cut is actually a real technique used by the real Kojiro. It was so named because it mimicked the motion of a swallow's tail during flight, as observed at Kintaibashi Bridge in Iwakuni. The cut was reputedly so quick and precise that it could strike a bird down in mid-flight. There are no direct descriptions of the technique, but it was compared to two other techniques current at the time, the Ito Ryu's Kinshi Cho Oken and the Ganryo Kosetsu To. Respectively, the two involve fierce and swift cuts downward and then immediately upwards. And Kojiro created the technique around 1605. Hence why some of his attacks involve birds. More specifically, swallows. Anyway, we need to head north. And thankfully, the princess will jump up the ledges with you, so you don't have to worry about that. The game was very good about this. And once you make it out of this area, you'll be back in the castle. Automatically.
Hey, geezer! I did it!
Hello! Ribson, I'm back!
Alas, doth it be? 'Tis the princess! Sir Musashi, thou hast saved our princess.
It was more of a pathetic journey than I thought, but I can go home now.
That's true! Congratulations, Musashi! Oh, but leave Lumina, okay? I'll use Lumina to clobber anyone who tries to kidnap me again!
Yeah, a tomboy like you can handle Lumina.
What do you mean, tomboy? Take that back! But now that you're leaving, I feel kinda sad. I thought that you'd get the 5 scrolls and... I thought we were going to be good friends.
I feel the same, Princess.
Pardon I for interrupting but,
You're gonna be lonely too, huh, geezer? I understand. I'm also...
No, I mean if that thou art's journey hath not ended.
Why not? We can go look for the remaining scrolls ourselves, can't we?
No, I mean if that peace hath not been restored to all-you-can-eat palace.
Come to think of it, I haven't dealt with the Thirstquencher losers or those thieves yet. They might try to kidnap her again. Can't slack off.
So, you're still going to help us, Musashi, right?
Yeah, of course.
Then, Sir Musashi, may I request that thou art seizeth the thieves?
Thieves? Can't we just forget about those thugs?
Now, obviously, option 1 is the one that you want to pick. But number 2 nets you some additional dialogue.
Seize? Boring.
See, Ribson? He must go get the 5 scrolls first.
Actually, maybe catching the thieves can give me a lead or something. And I'd like to ask them a few things, if you know what I mean.
Then 'tis settled. Our 3 mercenary soldiers are investigating the situation. Please asketh them.
Okay.
Princess, thou art mayest go backeth to thou art's room and relaxeth.
Okay. Don't work too hard. I mean, good luck.
Don't worry about me.
So anyway, we have not one but 2 people that we need to talk to. One of them is the Taster, who I believe we rescued. Where did I rescue the Taster? Oh yeah, I rescued him in the dungeon beneath the restaurant. That's right. Oh, it's you. Sorry about before. You know what? I might be promoted from being a poison taster to a quality taster. How wonderful it is to be alive. Don't you agree? And we need to talk to the artisan, because we freed him where we found the Fire Scroll. Salo, how are you? Oh, really? That's nice. I promised to improve your sword, didn't I? Here, let me take a look. Musashi handed over Fusion. Wow, its quality is better than I thought. Hold on. Here you are. Now it should be a maximum strength. Now you should be able to chop nails with it, yet still be able to thinly slice bread. Musashi received the newly improved Fusion. It feels somewhat stronger. So now Fusion? Oh, it suits you well. Good luck on your journey. As I was saying, Fusion will now be a little bit stronger, and it will be flashing yellow instead of blue, meaning that you forged it. That's a good thing, because now Fusion's going to do a little more damage than before. Now, let's go ahead and talk to the mercenaries, starting with Mercenary Meatloaf, who we found in Twin Peak Mountains. Thieves, Meandering Forest, hideout. Musashi was shown the coded message. It reads, about the night. I need something to write something down on. Got a pencil. Where is my... Do I even still have my notebook? That notepad, wherever it is. It's got to be around here somewhere. I know it's not... There it is. Okay. About the night. Don't worry about which way you're facing. Go straight ahead. Up. The top of the message is ripped. Okay. Always go up with the night. Write it down! Write it down! And, well, it's a good thing we did write it down. Now to talk to Mercenary B. Where did I find this guy? I think I found him on Twin Peak. Or... Maybe I found him in the forest? Yeah, he's the one I found in the forest, because the third one I found in the dungeon. The thieves' hideout. Well, I found a coded message. Musashi was shown the message. It says, left, right, left, straight ahead. The top and bottom of the message are torn. Let me go ahead and write that down in the piece of notebook paper that I have. Meatloaf and pot roast have the other parts of the message. If all three pieces are put together, the message might be better understood. Good luck. And let us go ahead and talk to Pot Roast. The Thieves' Hideout. I found a coded message, dude, but I don't have a clue as to what it means. Musashi was shown the message. It says, Meandering Forest, 4-way path, gold, knight, 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 bishop. Let me go ahead and write this down. Okay. All right. The bottom of the message is torn. So, Mercenary A has the top part of the message, pot roast. Stu has the middle part, and Meatloaf has the bottom part. So, Meandering Forest, 4-way path, gold, knight, 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 bishop. Left, right, right, left, straight ahead. Always go up with the knight. Very interesting. Perhaps the game, Shogi, had something to do with it. Hang in there, dude. Shogi! Way back at the beginning of the game, there was a book about that in the library. But we couldn't read it yet because we were blocked by an invisible plot wall that kept us from doing that. That invisible plot wall being that we didn't rescue the librarian. And I think I found the librarian in the dungeon as well. Well, for this part, you need to find, hopefully by this point, the 3 mercenaries and the librarian. Otherwise, you're not going to have the entire note, and you're not going to be able to read the book about Shogi.
Taketh care on your journey.
And now that that's over with, I believe I have a few toys to play with now. Let's go ahead and head back to the room real quick. Because there are some toys that I still have to play with. There's a cure worm from the mine. And there's the little enemy that gives you rip off. And a bat with a lantern. Might as well go for an explanation first. Series 3 Cure Worm, a mutant worm which carries anti-venom. And the 2 little guys to the side just move around when you press X for action 2. As for action 1, the Cure Worm strikes. Not much to this, but at least you get a nice, closer view of the Cure Worm. And finally, here's the Relic Keeper, who we faced at the end of Chapter 3. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice look at this. Series 3 DX, R-Keeper. Relic Keeper protects the water scroll in the dungeon. And action 1 is a slap. And action 2 is the flame flying around in a circle. That's it. So we finally taken care of all the business that we have at the castle. Almost. We will have to come back and go to the library in order to do this. In order to just figure things out even further and work from there. But at the same time,
Welcome. Make yourself at home.
I left at this point on purpose so I can save. Do you see anything? I heard a rumor that the princess had been kidnapped. I'm glad that she's been rescued, though. Interesting. Let's go ahead and save the game. And make it so that we don't have to face Kojiro and get the Fire Scroll ever again. Alright. Join me next time where we read up on Shogi and then head back to that four-way path in the forest, which is the same one that we had to go through with Leno back at the beginning of the game. Yeah, we're going to have to go through there again, but if we can figure this out, we can get to the Thieves' Hideout and find out exactly what Ben and Ed are up to. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!